Good day, fellow viewer. Welcome back to a new episode of Hammer D20, the show that replays the same old medieval strategy games over and over again. My name is Steven Sobot, and I will be your guide. See, a couple years ago, I spoke to Blair DeMarco Wettlaufer, the Baron of Ben Dunferth. Now, for those who are completely bamboozled by that statement, let me explain. Ben Dunferth is the name of the Hamilton chapter of the Society for Creative Anachronism, or the SCA. The SCA is an international community that recreates culture, combat, and skills used back before the 17th century. Most people tend to just call them medieval reenactors, but as with anything and everything, there's a lot more to it than just that. Ben Dunferth was first founded in 1983 and has been going on strong since, being one of the more prominent baronies in the Kingdom of Yaldemir, or the name for Ontario's division of the SCA. So I spoke to Ben Dunferth's current baron, Jorgen Letterson, about what they're all about, what they generally do, and what they have planned for the future. Stephen, over to you.
Ben Dunferth is a barony in the Kingdom of Eldemir, which is most of southern Ontario. It is a historical reenactment society where we try and create the good parts of the Middle Ages in and around 600 to 1600 AD. I've been in just over 8 years now. So my first event was a long time ago. I was introduced through a friend who was introduced through a friend, and we've been in ever since. You tend to do a number of different things depending on how involved you want to be. By trade, I'm a herald. So I do both voice heraldry, so announcing awards and things in courts, as well as book heraldry, so the registering of names and devices for people. In addition to that, I do some leatherworking on the side, and I'm a fencer. Most of what we do here is either heavy fighting, so heavy armored combat, or fencing. We do have archery practices, usually on Sundays, at a place not obviously here, but we do archery as well, and we're trying to get thrown weapons as well for that too. By our rules, we are required to have marshals who are certified to make sure people don't hurt themselves. So they're here every week. That way we can have all the people here, especially since we have a lot of new people. And we encourage more new people. It's good to just have those people who have the experience and the knowledge and make sure everybody plays safe. Our king and queen for our realm are chosen by heavy combat. So we have 2 tournaments a year, one in the spring, one in the fall. And the victor of that tournament and their consort are basically made king and queen the next round. It's a 6-month rotation. It varies here in Eldemir just because of the nature of winter and spring and summer. We go 7 months for the winter reign and 5 months for the summer reign. In terms of the kingdom itself, we tend to be more Norse focused. As opposed to other kingdoms which have slightly different focuses, be they Middle English, Welsh, that kind of thing. So some of the people you'll see here dress as mid-century samurai. We have a few barbarians around. We have, English, Scottish, Spanish influences. Really, it's any civilizations during that time period. Basically, you have various zones, if you will. So you're not allowed to hit anybody below the knees. You're not supposed to hit anybody in the hands, although it happens. And then anything in the torso region or the head is considered a kill shot. So you are dead. Anything in a limb basically cripples that limb, and you have to act accordingly. Almost everything is made from rattan, but we have different weapons. So we have the standard longsword equivalent. We have daggers, axes, pole arms, maces, really any fighting weapons from that time period. Or if you can kind of make a replica in rattan, you can use it. All of it, it's really interesting. Learning kind of about history, where, how things came to be. The kind of entomology of names is very fascinating. How people's names developed over time, where they come from. Devices are very interesting. You get to make pretty things that people enjoy, and then it's really just the company. It's the people getting to interact with them, getting to kind of learn things from each other, and having that kind of camaraderie.
I know there's an event coming up. What is the event? Murder Melee?
Murder Melee. So Murder Melee is a weekend camping event. The main focus of it is 10-man melee teams competing against each other in heavy combat. We also have fencing, archery, thrown weapons. There will be a few classes in there as well, some demos for various arts and sciences. But it is a full weekend event from Thursday through Sunday.
Excellent. And it is just Ben Dunford, or is it Eldamir as a...
No, it is Eldamir as a whole are invited to it. We have some guests coming from Ritter Kale, which is a barony in New York. Some friends of ours, they're coming up for that. They're the current baron and baroness down there. They're bringing their own 10-man team. And we usually have people from here and there all over. We have a few different entry points, if you will. You can go to the SCA.org, which is the main Society SCA page. From there, you can find your local group. There's a search feature. If you are in the Hamilton, Brantford, Burlington area, Ben Dunford is your local group. So we would encourage you to come down to here on Monday nights, or just visit our website, and we will have all the information for where we're meeting. All that is posted in there. We also have a Facebook page, so if you're on Facebook, you can find us there. And we have a few different mailing list kind of things that we can sign people up for as well. If you're looking for a good time, you want to try something new, something a little different, come on out and we'll see what we can do.
Thank you very much, George. Now, before we move on to our next segment, let's take a short break. See you soon. Welcome back. So I figure I'd want to try something a little bit different, something I haven't done on the show before, which is a box break. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a box of trading cards that I have, open it, and see if I've opened anything of value or not. Will I be overwhelmingly lucky or overwhelmingly disappointed? Well, let's go find out. Steven, over to you. All right, thank you, Steven. And here we are in the, I guess, the main room. It's so different from my main room that I'm recording most of my episode. And as we see here, we've got ourselves our product, our hockey set that we're going to be opening today, which is going to be Premier Edition Bowman 1990 Hockey. 14 picture cards, 1 glossy card, and 1 delicious stick of bubblegum. Why? Well, to be honest, I bought this box from a garage sale about a year ago for $20. The main thing about these hockey cards, as some of you might know, is that hockey cards, most people know about the idea of hockey cards having value. But around the late 80s, early 90s is what people called the junk wax era, which would be booster packs, such as this one, that you can kind of tell is made with wax paper. And so it was mass-produced, every single card. There were tons, hundreds, thousands, millions of different cards, because there was this idea that there's just always going to be the chance that you open a rookie card of some value. And so the collecting of said cards became popular, but the market became so overwhelmed that cards basically became worthless. And if you look at the charts, actually I have it up here, the most expensive card, assuming it wasn't graded, is $2. And so this box is not really worth much. So I guess without further ado, let's kind of get started, Right, so these packs, they're already so flimsy. It already kind of undoes so absolutely easily. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. So we've got our stick of gum. Sorry, Martin Jelena. You're getting this. Yeah, so this is the gum. It's pink. It smells like a basement. I mean, bon appetit. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. 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 Oh, okay. So that was generally very unpleasant. It tasted like, I don't know, tastes like what you think maybe asbestos would taste like. Hope I didn't eat anything evil or anything. Right, so let's get to the cards. What's the best way? They're flipped halfway, so I'm not sure how the best way to do this. Let's just do it like such. All right. Thomas Sundstrom. I'm pretty sure he was a big part of the Detroit Red Wings. Ulf Dahlin, Murray Craven, Jimmy Carson. Yeah, Jimmy Carson was a big guy at some point. Maybe he wasn't. Oh, Mike Richter. There we go. I know Mike Richter's one of the best American goalies around. Actually had a pretty good season. Actually, this was his rookie season. Yeah, career. Yeah, this was his first year. All right, so that's a nice one. Brian Propp, Patrick Sundstrom, hat-trick. Steve Thomas, Blackhawks. Yeah, this box, I think, has these hat-trick cards. Yeah, 13 of 22. That say, wait, that makes no sense. 13 of 22. Steve was one of 14 players to record more than one hat-trick during the 1989-1990 season. He recorded hat-tricks versus Calgary and New Jersey. Then why is it 13 of 22? Okay, well, maybe we'll figure that out. I'll put that on the side. I think this is the glossier card. The quality is a little, you feel this card. It's a little thicker, or not thicker, a little bit rougher. Steve Duchesne, if I am correct, I believe that's Matt Duchesne's dad. Oh, here we go. Mario Lemieux. Star of the Penguins, I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, this was in the middle of his career. Pretty good. I like that. I think any kind of star card is always worth a couple more dollars than the others. Sorry, Sergei Priakin, whatever. Yeah, you had 20 games. Yeah, Ray Bourque. There we go. That's there we go. Ray Bourque, captain. Definitely not his first year. To be honest, my knowledge of most of hockey, like if I get Craig Wololin, for all I know, could be amazing. Statistically, he's not. Sorry. Mike Bullard, Martin Jelena. I know Martin Jelena. Actually, this is one of his first years. I know he's not the most valuable player in this and that. Very talented asset, played for a long time. But my knowledge of the hockey world pretty much begins and ends with not begins and ends, but began with the video game NHL 2002. So a lot of the players in that game, like I recognize. So every time I see a player that I recognize, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Martin Jelena is one of those players who's in the league. Stefan Lebeau, Paul Fenton, David Everett. Oh, Patrick Waugh, very nice. Not his first year, but certainly a pretty nice card. Brad Marsh, Clark Donatelli, Kevin Hatcher. Ooh, that's my damaged card with the back with the keep it away. Hat-tricks. Dave Taylor. 22 of 22. Dave was one of 8 to record a hat-trick during the playoffs. Oh, okay, there's playoff guys and non-playoff guys. All right. Sean Burr, Andy Moog, Ray Ferraro. Yeah, Ray Ferraro. Yep, I know Ray Ferraro. Honestly, because NHL 2002, the team to play, or at least team I like playing with, was the Atlanta Thrashers, because they had Patrick Stefan. They had the player who had the highest potential in the game, and Patrick Stefan was one of those players who would get up to like rated 99 eventually. You know, they'd be able to beat like Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman, those kind of guys. But as those who know the NHL world will know that Joe Sakic and Steve Yzerman were never succeeded by someone like Patrick Stefan, and Patrick Stefan became one of the biggest draft busts to ever exist. All right. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure how to do this because the packs are weird and split. So here is a hat-trick card with Mario Lemieux. Mario was 1 of 14 to get a hat-trick. He recorded 4 hat-tricks in that season. Okay. Luke Robitaille. Oh, pretty good. Vyacheslav Fedislav. Steve LeBeau. Pat Fenton. Dave Everett. Patrick Waugh again. Brad Marsh. Ooh, that's a dirty card. I can feel the fingers. Don Barber. Jacques Cloutier. Adria Plasvik. Tony Kejny. Kelly Hrudey. Yeah, I know Kelly Hrudey because of the commentating right now. Well, not the greatest stats. Thomas Sandstrom. Ulf Dahlin. Oh. Okay. Ah, man. Daniel Marois. Esa Tikkanen. Ooh, Brett Hall. Yeah. That's one of his earlier years. Bruce Driver. Peter. Actually, you know what? This isn't helping any of you guys. Let's flip this. Yeah, Daniel Shank. Dean Kennedy. Hat-tricks. Mark Messier. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Mark Messier had a hat-trick on Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Philadelphia. Oh, you can tell the dates as well. Mike Modano, there we go. And this was Mike Modano's rookie year. So this is I guess you can argue, a Mike Modano rookie card. Pretty good. A checklist card, the most valuable of them all. Kelly Chase, Doug Bozier, Adam Oates. I think Adam Oates was really young. Not as young as I thought he was. I'll put you in the pile I like. There, Vincent Danfus. Played on Toronto. Let's get another one going. Ooh, you can tell by the brittleness of this that it's not particularly pleasant. Okay. Ooh, Rob Brown had another hat trick. I don't know who Rob Brown is. One of those names I've never really heard of, but you know, seeing the hat tricks, it's probably one of those things that people are like, "Oh, how do you not know Rob Brown? He was Black, Y, and Z." I'm like, damn. I unfortunately don't know. Shane Corlson, Gary Suter. Isn't Gary Suter a coach or something like that now? I'm thinking of Daryl Suter, sorry. Oh, Ron Hextall. He's definitely a coach and or a general manager. I'll put you there. Mike Foligno. Luke Robitaille. Vyacheslav. Kirk Mueller. Steve Chiasson. Rob Ramage. Adam Burt. Lou Franchielli. Michael Petit. Sylvain Turgeon. I remember Sylvain Turgeon was supposed to be a big pick. Okay. Oh, Mike Gartner with the North Stars had hat tricks. Brent Ashton, Rob Sweeney, Brendan Shanahan. Here we go. That's one of his younger years. Jim Sandlak. I love these cards that are like they're not the action cards. They're just the cards of like him standing there and staring at the camera. Bob Essena. Oh yeah. Mike Johnson, Jeff Courtnall, Sergio Massano, Peter Stastny. I know Paul Stastny. It's one of those guys. Jeff Brown, Mark Osborne, Andy Brickley, Brian Propp, Peter Sikro. All right. Well, let's put you cards aside. Get another pack going. Oh, Mario Lemieux hat-trick card again. You're going there. Rick Vave. Dale Hunter. Paul Green. Steve Smith. Not as Oh, Phil Housley. I think Phil Housley notably is... No, he's not the guy I'm thinking about. I think Mike Keane is the guy I'm thinking about, who was not drafted. And it's one of the best non-drafted players. Oh, Alec McInnes, historic players. Thomas Steen, Craig Simpson, Randy Wood, Larry Robinson, Bernie Nichols, Darren Turcotte. Hands are filthy again. Should probably use some gloves or something like that in case I open a brand new Wayne Gretzky card that's going to be worth $2. John Oderick. Pat LaFontaine was the hat-trick boy on this one. Okay. Guy Carbonneau. Dave Lowry, Scott Arnell, Sergei Allen, Patrick Claude Lasso, Ron Francis. Oh, Chris Chelios. Oh, when he was on the Canadiens. Dave Taylor, okay. Ooh, hat-trick. Luke Robitaille with the hat-tricks this time. Oh, Luke, or Luck, as one would say, as a kid. Kevin Stevens, Mark Fitzpatrick, Troy Murray, Mike Gardner, Peter Svoboda, not a rookie card, Christian Rutu, Ed Ozlich, Flatley, Tony Tanti, Jeremy. Oh yeah, this is probably the big one. I think next to a Wayne Gretzky card, Jeremy Roenick. I think this is his rookie year. Oh no, it's not. Wait, is it? It's one of his first years. Jeremy Roenick. John Van Beesbrook. Considering the yeah, I was right. So I'm rushing ahead. Yeah, Jeremy Roenick is one of the more valuable cards in this set. John Van Beesbrook, Cam Neely. I think John Van Beesbrook became notable as of late because of the current NHL playoffs. Because he Sergei Bobrovsky just recently beat his what would you call it? His record for best Panthers goalie in the playoff, which I guess isn't that much of a record to beat. Matthew Schneider, I believe this is his. Oh, that's a misprint, I think. This is his rookie year, unless it counts 4 games that didn't count. But that's good. Ooh, Joe Sakic, very nice. Is this rookie year? No, second year. Oh, he had 102 points this season. Holy shoot. Almost swore there. Joe Sakic, Pat LaFontaine, Ed Ozek, Neil, Greg Millen. No, John Van Beesbrook, Cam Neely. All right. The good thing is, these wax packs are very easy to open. The bad thing is, there's all kinds of dirt in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes. All right. Oh, what a great photo. Okay, so it's not blurry. This is in the shot. It's I guess best shot they can get of Steve Yzerman for the second thing. Steve Yzerman, 1 of 14 to get a hat trick in that season. Hell yeah. Mark Messier. Very nice. Steve Duchesne, Mario Lemieux, another one. Marie Bourque, another one. Oh, a big Detroit Red Wings fan. Denise Savard, Phil Bourque, Russ Cordell, Scott Gordon. Okay. Let's clean this up. You can hear the what do you call it? The gum, like a shingle. Oh, this is taking forever. Pat LaFontaine, the hat-trick boy. Steve Yzerman. There he goes. There's an actual shot of Steve Yzerman. That's not blurry. It's not his best thing, but Bals McRae, John Carter, Shane Corson, Gary Suter, Ron Hextall, Mike Foligno, Mary Craven, Jimmy Carlson, Mike Richter, Patrick Sundstrom, John Tonelli, Steve Larmer. Okay. Kevin Dineen. I don't know who that is. He was on the Whalers, the Hartford Whalers. He had 2 hat tricks. I don't think the Hartford Whalers were really that good during this season. I mean, they moved to Carolina pretty soon, so, Brian Bellows, John Cullen, Mark Fortier, Todd Ellick, Kirk Mueller, Steve Chiassen, Rob Ramage, Adam Burt, Brian Fogarty, Dave Gagne, Sylvain Turgeon. I'm just looking at the timer, kind of running out of time. I thought this was going to go a lot slower. Well, there goes. Oh, all over you, Mike Richter. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna put the gum, the shingle. Let's do 2 more packs, and I guess call it. And hopefully that will be good enough. Tony Garatano. I don't know who that is. Heard of him. Dick Graham, Kelly Miller, Sean Cornyn, Cavani, Trevor Linden. Oh yeah, this is probably his second year. Trevor Linden was a big. I just remember the Vancouver Canucks yellow and gold and black jersey. I love that jersey. I love when they brought back with that. Scott Young, John McClain. Sounds familiar. Brad Shaw, Rob Murray, Darren Pupa. Oh yeah, Darren Pupa. Yeah, he was really good. Paul Coffey. Oh, there we go. Paul Coffey. That's a nice card. I just remember Paul Coffey in NHL 2002, or maybe it was 2001. Was like 40. Always get injured. I remember hearing that he got injured because he had a bad back. I was like, oh, poor guy. Guy's just got a bad back. Okay. Hat trick. Oh, Rick Tocchet. Nice. Well done, my man. Current coach of the Vancouver Canucks. Covering for, what's his face? Bruce Boudreau, that everyone loves. I like him. He's nice. Pierre Turgeon. There we go. I know Pierre Turgeon. He was on the Buffalo? Well, all right. Well, Rob McKay, Dale Harchuk, Sylvain Blefov, John Mullen, Doug Smyl, Mark Recchi. Yeah, Mark Recchi was... Oh, yeah, it was almost one of his rookie years. Very nice. Mark Recchi was on the Penguins. I just remember him when he was on the Flyers. John Morris, Devin Dineen, Wendell Clark. Oh! Now, this first year was one of his earlier years. I guess he was injured. Wendell Clark. We can go to Wendell Clark's. Oh, no, we can't. Doug Sullivan. Let's go through one more. Okay. Hat trick, Brett Hall. Ooh, number 101. Brett Hall had a hat trick versus the Pittsburgh, Chicago, Winnipeg, Quebec, and Montreal. Oh, my God. And he was on fire that season. Igor Laramov, Adam Bester. Supposedly the big just face. Yeah, Karen Kokolsky, Teppo Numanen. Yeah, printed. Oh, Theo Fleury. It's one of his earlier years. I think it's a second year actually. Theo Fleury, 66 points, very good. Ron Francis, Neil Brady, Grant Fuhr. Oh yeah, pretty good. Steve Thomas, and Dave Poulin. All right. And there we go. That's that. Yeah, but you got a couple Mario Lemieux cards, which is nice. Mark Messier, Joe Sakic, Steve Yzerman hat-trick card, the blurry Steve Yzerman hat-trick card, Matthew Schneider, John Van Beesbrook, Jeremy Roenick. Yeah. All right, well... thanks for watching. I'm not sure what else there is to say beyond what I've just showed you, but I hope to see you sooner than later. Have a good night, or day, or whatever it is right now.